Today we have to study the next concept in case of the genetics, that is epistasis. So yesterday we studied about the complementary factor. Means two or more dominant genes interact in such a way that produces the phenotype. So that phenotype means two dominant gene produces the phenotype. If single dominant is there, it produces the different character. Okay. So all the complementary genes required for the production of the character here. So that study we did yesterday. Today we have to move to the next concept in case of the genetics, that is epistasis. So you heard the word epistasis. It means what? So epistasis is nothing but the gene that suppresses the other gene. Suppose this is the single gene, one more gene is there, allele. So pair of gene is there or allele is there. So this gene suppresses this gene, so it will not express its character. This will express its character. Getting what I am saying? So the gene suppresses the other gene, that we called as the epistatic factor or epistasis gene here. Okay. So the gene which will be prevent itself from the expressing, so that we called as the hypostatic. So epistatic and the hypostatic. So gene which will be suppress the other gene, that is the epistatic factor or epistatic gene, and the other gene which will be prevent itself from the exhibiting, or we call it the inhibiting, that is nothing but the hypostatic. So it is just like a dominance and recessiveness. So one is the dominant, one is the recessive. But in case of the dominant and recessive, both are present in the same loci, means on the same chromosome. If suppose single chromosome is there, here capital T, small t, both are present on the same loci of the chromosome, that we call as dominant and the recessive. But in case of epistasis, what will be happen? These are the genes present on a different loci. Means here one chromosome is there, capital T is present here, small t is present here. Like this is the epistatic. This will be suppress the other gene which is present on the other chromosome. So such type of the gene we call as the epistatic gene. Understood? So in case of the epistasis, two types are there. So one is the dominant epistasis and second one is the recessive epistatic. So one type is the dominant epistasis and second type is the recessive epistasis. Okay. So dominant means the dominant gene will be suppress the recessive character. So it will be express its character, that is dominant gene plays an important role. Here again recessive gene plays an important role here. So first one type study we have to study, that is the dominant epistasis. So example you have to study, that is the plumage color in Leghorn and Vandote. So this is the example comes under the dominant epistasis, that is nothing but the plumage color in Leghorn. Plumage means what? Feather. Feather color in Leghorn. Leghorn, these are the examples comes under the poultry fowls. You know the chickens, fowls which are present in the poultry farm, those are nothing but the one is the species Leghorn, one more is the Vandote. So you have to study the feather color in Leghorn and feather color in Vandote. So this example you have to study. Then how you will take the phenotype, how you will take the genotype here? that is white, leghorn and white Vandote. This is the phenotype. Genotype for this capital I, capital C, here small I, small c. Okay, so gametes for this capital I, capital C, small I, small c. Then how is the F1 generation here? Capital I, capital C, small c. Okay, so this is the F1 generation. Capital I, capital C, small c. This we called as again white. Then F2 generation. Here it is self-crossed, means capital I, capital C, small c into, means it will be self-crossed, capital I, capital C, small. Same we have to take here. Now you draw the checkerboard. Here first you take capital I, capital C, then again here also this is the gametes of this one, capital I, capital C, capital I, small c. Now you take second, small I, capital C, small I, small c. Cross here. Capital C, capital C. Capital I, small I. This is small c. Here we crossed capital I, capital capital C, small I, small c. We took like this. Here male gametes, here female gametes. Again both you have to cross. Capital I crossed with capital I, capital C, capital C. Like this here also you crossed. So this is the gametes. So this is the offspring. So now we have to write what is the phenotypic character here. So capital I means here again white. Here both the capital means white. I see both capital white. Both capital means dominant white. Here also white. So this also white. White. So here also white. 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 Here color, capital C only one is there. Colored. Here also colored. Here white. This is also white. Colored and white. Okay. So phenotypic ratio. White number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So white 13 number. Again colored 1, 2, 3. 13 is to 3. So this is the colored. Okay. So for the dominant epistasis, we took the example plumage color in the fowls. So parental phenotype, we took the white leghorn and the white bandeau tail. So for the white leghorn, genotype is the capital I, capital C. Here the small I, small c. Okay. Actually, this white genetically colored, but externally it looks like a white. So this C will not express the character in F1 generation. This is the colored, but I suppress its color, means this gene is suppressed by the dominant I. That's why it looks like a white. Genetically it is colored, but phenotypically it just looks like a white color, because this I suppress the C character. C will not express this character because I is the epistasis here. I is the inhibitor here. Okay. So that's why when both crossed capital I, it indicates its character white. If C is present or absent, it doesn't matter, but it expresses I its character, that is the white. But in the F2 generation, that C will means act as a hypostatic. Hypostatic means it will be prevent itself from the epistatic factor. Means epistasis will not do anything in the F2 generation. C will start to express its character. So in case of the F2 generation, C will express its character. Here C doesn't express its character because the presence of dominant I, presence of epistatic I. But in case of the F2 generation, that C will express the character here. So the F1 generation offsprings are the white in color. Plumage color is the white. That is small black, flecks here. Chickens will be looks like a small flecks, and again these will be self-crossed. Here capital I, capital C, small c. Again you take the same capital I, capital C, small c. Then these will be self-crossed and produced in the offspring F2 generation like this. Capital I, capital C, capital I, small c. Then now small I, capital C, small I, small c. Like this you have to write in the male gametes. Same you write in the female gametes. Okay. Then these will be crossed and produce the phenotype like this. Capital I, see capital I always express its character means white. When capital I is not there, dominant I is not there, is the colored. Understood? Again recessive, small I small c means this is the white. Understood? So the phenotypic ratio is nothing but the 13:3. 13 means white in color, plumage color is white. Again colored, that is the 3 number. So this 1, 2, 3. So the ratio of the dominant epistasis is nothing but the 13:3. Okay. So this example you have to write under the dominant epistasis. So next class we have to study regarding the recessive epistasis. Again you have to study the example under the recessive epistasis. Okay.